Hey, we are live. Welcome to the living room remodel update number 6. I'm going to start this the way I always start and ask if my audio is good, since I had a little whoopsie at one point. So, I'll wait. Hey, Ahmed is first. What's up, Ahmed? What's up, Florida Paradise? How we doing? Ahmed beat you, Florida Paradise. He beat you here. Hey, Thomas. Hanging out. Hey, Kay. Hey, Raymond. Welcome back. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming here, guys. Miss Michelle. How's it going? You're still number one. That's true, Fixer. I mean, yeah, Fixer. That's me. Florida Paradise. You're still number one. Hey, Christine. So I'm gonna assume that the audio is working, and I'd like to thank you and welcome you here. Oh, fighting bronchitis. Ugh, I've had that before. That sucks. Sorry, Kay. Awesome. So here we are. You've seen the insulation. You've seen me rip off the walls, the ceiling. That's all gone. So my latest thing was ripping up the floor. It's all gone. I know there was hardwood here, and it would have been great if I could have saved it, but I could not. So we're down to the original decking of the house. That's what you call this, the decking. Even though it's not a deck. But it's all gone. And you can hear it's pretty squeaky. Pretty squeaky. And you can see like they filled these gaps with something, probably just sheetrock mud. Yeah, just sand and stain it. Yeah. Aloha. How's it going? But it's weird because they only did it like from here over. So I don't know. As you rip stuff apart, you're like, what? Why did you do that? I don't know. But here it is. This is the latest update. So I ripped the floor up and I started patching in here. This piece was just, there was like a big gap here and it was kind of hanging and flopping. So I filled it with some plywood, glued and nailed. And over here you can see I have my temporary piece of plywood that's just here so people don't hurt themselves. Because this is where all the termite damage was before. Yeah, you can see the basement. Woo-wee! There you go. There's the oil tank right there. So right here I have termite damage, right? So that was existing from, look out, burrito! That was existing from the termite damage that I had in the joists down there. So I have some here. I have some over here. There's some here. So I'll be patching all this. I ended up cutting this back. And bombs away, burrito. And I landed half on a joist right here. So I'll cut out these pieces and just patch it in just like that. And then I'm going to end up going over this whole thing with probably 3/8 plywood before I do my my hardwood. Yeah, Raymond, let's start it up. Let's start up the like smashing. Smash the like button. Give me some confidence in doing these live events. I know you guys like them. So show me you like them, please. Already did. Florida Paradise already did. The likes are okay. Aloha. We'll see you in a little bit. The likes help me out like you don't even believe. Trust me. So smash the like button. So yeah, that's the plan here. I'll go over this whole thing with 3/8 plywood, maybe quarter, maybe half inch. I haven't decided yet. But we're gonna put this back so we don't have any accidents. I also ripped off this sheetrock. Thank you, everyone. Right here, and I didn't rip that off the last time, and I ended up finding a wire right here that goes up. Your notification didn't go off again. I don't know. YouTube does weird things. I'm sorry. And this wire going in here, there were mice in here at one point. Mice are my worst enemy. I hate them. I'm sorry, but it gives me a reason to be able to just set up traps and evict them. Thank you, Rochelle. I appreciate it. So I had mice going in and out of this hole. And Emily, you caught a live stream. Love it. And it ripped up the wire that was here down to bare copper. And that was feeding the porch light out here. So the electrician replaced that. Keep hearing a cat. Yes, it's a cat. That's Burrito. We'll meet her a little later on. She's in the basement for now. I let her come up here at night. Hey, Fixer, with a super chat. You are awesome. Smash the like button and hit up the Patreon page. Patreon.com/thefixer. That helps support this channel. And if you're interested, I post extra content to that page. You can check out link in the description. Thank you, Florida Paradise. You are the best. You are number one. Yeah, I've been busy. So yeah, Burrito is a cool kitty, but she's 23 years old and I don't want her getting hurt up here with all this mess. So whenever I'm working up here, I have her in the basement. But she does come up here. She does see the light of day. It's okay. Don't worry. No worries. So, hey, Cupcake. How's it going? I like that name, Cupcake. So you might notice, or you might not notice, another thing that I did is this floor was super bowed up. And you can still kind of see it, but I lowered this floor to where I am comfortable with it being. It's not perfect, but this house was built in 1946, and it's not gonna be perfect because everything is so, like the wall here, or the sill over here and the joists are up higher than over here, and then that's up higher than over here, and this is lower than over here, and then that's higher than over here. Basically, it's like you gotta look at it by eye and decide, okay, I'm comfortable with that, because I'm never gonna get this side to be level with this side and level this way. It's just not gonna happen. If I was to build it from scratch, I could do that, but I'm working with an existing house here that is super old, and things sink and other things don't sink. So that was a big thing for me. I was pretty nervous about lowering this, because you're dropping this entire floor, you know, and it was nerve-wracking. But an interesting thing happened when I did that. And let's go down to the basement and I'll show you. We'll go see Burrito. Hi, Burrito. I know. Yep, you want to say hi to all your fans. Okay. So we're doing wood floors, hardwood floors. Raymond. We figured we're doing all this work, might as well go all out and do real hardwood floors. So what I did was I put a string line here, and I knew that I wasn't going to get this level. at all, just because of, like I said earlier, it's not ever going to be perfect. This wasn't here. This is a temporary, as I wrote right here. All right, calm down, Burrito. Calm down. It's okay. And so it sits over here on the foundation. I got a temporary here that was just where it was. And then from here that way is where I started to drop the floor and to level the floor as much as possible. So there's, that's funny, Emily. So I have these adjustable lolly columns, which are actually supposed to be temporary. And these have just been put in and they were just left here. So I'm going to put a permanent one here. And okay, Burrito, relax. She wants to be on camera. So say hi and quiet down. Love wood floors too, Raymond. It's the way to go. So you can adjust these and they go up and down. It's just like a floor jack, basically. So this actually was right here. You can see like an indentation. That was the point where this was so far up and so jacked up that it was kind of ridiculous. It was empty and fire inspector showed up 3 hours later. Right here, I put a temporary, and I'm using this to move this up and down. Got a temporary here. This wall was here, but I ended up cutting these and being able to drop this down. And you can see this is jacked up a lot higher than it used to be. And that is actually where it's gonna stay. This was here before. So everything right now is temporary, and I'm gonna get permanent lolly columns, put one here, put one underneath where I put the beam upstairs that supports the ceiling. So where that block is, that represents where I'm gonna be putting that beam down, or that lolly column, to support that beam and the ceiling load. And then I'll put one right here and right there. So the interesting thing that happened was I was very nervous about this sinking down. First I had to jack it up here to get this out of here. This, like I said, was here. So I had to jack it up here to take that out and then make some temporaries to drop it down to where I thought it should be. So I did all that, and it was very nerve-wracking, but then I discovered that at some point it needed to go down more, and right here was just a huge bow. And I was like, why is that happening? Well, the reason was because they jacked this up, right? They used the screw jack, jacked it way up, and then they put this plywood right here, and there's a 2x4 in there, and they put the 2x4 on this side here, and then the plywood on this side, and they left it there. So they put a bunch of nails in it. So basically this was acting as one piece that was already bowed up, so it wouldn't drop. So I had to jack it back up, take the plywood off, take the 2x4 off, then I jacked it down a little bit, and it started to go down. So then I realized that there's not a lot of weight on this, and I attached the ceiling joists so well, and everything is kind of one big piece right now that it just stopped sinking. A lot of people worry about their house sinking. Well, now I'm worried about my house not sinking, because I've literally dropped this down as much as I can. There's like barely any weight on that. There's barely any weight on this. I can unscrew it with my hand. There's nothing on that. This wall, nothing there. There is weight on that. And then down here, this one, absolutely nothing. And then this one I kept some weight on, but I shouldn't be able to just do that. So now I just have this all set up where, yeah, it's a little scary, Florida Paradise. I'm not gonna lie, a little scary. But now I'm just gonna leave these loose the way they are and basically hope that this thing drops a little bit more. Because I think once it drops a little bit more, it'll be exactly where I want it. And I think once I put the plywood upstairs, maybe that'll add a little more weight and it'll drop down more. And if that doesn't work, then I'll sheetrock the ceiling and everything and maybe add more weight that way. And it'll push down on this and in turn push down on everything. And maybe that will get me where I want to be. Otherwise, I'm going to have to just jack this up and put a little bit more weight on it. Yeah, that's true. I should have a party. More weight to push down. Once I put the sheetrock on, I think I'll be where I need to be. And then I can cut my, right where burrito is, cut my footing about 12 inches down, pour concrete, and then support this straight up. Replace these. And wait a second, don't let him tell you otherwise. He is very nervous about it, but everything else, he did great and it worked out fine. Yes, she knows. I was super nervous about this. I kept saying it. I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous. But no weight here. So, yeah. So before I go, before I go cutting this out and putting my permanent lolly column in, I want to get this to exactly where it needs to be. Yeah, the house is still staying in Florida Paradise. The funny thing is, I bet you, me nervous? JTH? Weird, right? JTH knows I'm a nervous guy in general. I could basically take all of these supports out and I can guarantee you that the house would just stay here for like a week. You know, after a year, it would probably be collapsing in on itself. But right now, it's basically what we call staying up out of habit, which means it's been here for so long that it's like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Everything's held together and it's not going anywhere. Even all these are attached. Well, not that one, but like this. So, and there's one up here. And it's the house is acting as one piece right now, so it doesn't need anything to support it. Like I said, if I left it for a year, it would, collapse. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to hope that it drops, and then we can continue our project. I would agree, except for that cut in the center of the beam. Might disagree. Yeah, maybe. But honestly, okay, let's challenge this. You want to challenge me, Florida Paradise? You want to see the house collapse? Let's see if the house collapses. Well, okay, so it doesn't count, but okay. You can see there's no weight here. No weight here. And look at this. Nothing, right? Still nothing. Still nothing there. Harder to see, but yeah. No, I don't want my house collapsing, but it is kind of crazy that it's just staying up. Like, I shouldn't be able to do that. There is no weight on that. Crazy. Yeah. Just showing you. It's pretty nuts. It's just staying up. You don't typically see that. So, let's go back upstairs. See what else we can find. You stay there, burrito. I don't want to trip on you. Okay, so making you nervous by wiggling the supports. It's fine. It's not going anywhere, Emily. No worries. I promise. So as far as next steps, like I said, I'm going to fill in just like this, wherever there's the termite damage. And then I'm going to do, like I said, 3/8 or 1/4 inch plywood on this entire thing. When I take this door out, I know there's going to be termite damage there, so I'm going to end up fixing that with 3/4 and then put the subfloor down and then put the door in. Probably same thing with this one. For some reason, every door you ever do has rot on the bottom. So I'll do that, put that floor in, glue it, nail it, screw it, and then it's on to bumping out these walls. Bumping out these walls for insulation reasons. I have to get a certain R value, so I have to bump these out to make it so that these would be 2x6 walls. So I bump these out, and as I do that, this wall actually bows out that way. So I'm gonna rip these so that it makes this wall level again. Yes, contrast. Water damage on the doors because, well, in this case, I don't know if you saw my front stair transformation. Basically, I just pressure washed and painted the stairs because I'm going to rip those down in the summer and build like a little deck thing. But I have no gutters, so the water comes down, splashes on the stairs, bounces back up into the bottom of the door, and just kind of rots that away. This is from termite damage because there's a roof over here and no water gets in here. But of course, it's a door, so termite damage. So I'm going to have to fix that. But it's not as bad because I already took care of the joists and the sill that were down there that were rotted or that were infested with termites at one point. So that's all fixed. And you can check out that video on my channel. It's called Fixing Termite Damage in Sills and Joists. So check that out. So that is going to happen. And then bump out these walls, straighten that wall out, and I'm going to end up double strapping this ceiling. So you can see that I just hung the sheetrock over the tiles that were there. So they had sheetrock and the tiles. So I just hung 1/4 inch over it. The budget is I don't want to talk about the budget. Richard, super chat. You are the best. Really enjoying the journey. Thank you for taking us along the ride. Richard, thank you so much. I appreciate the super chat. You're awesome. Impact rated windows probably won't work well in the winter, but some impact rated windows. Is that because you live in Florida and you get like hurricanes and stuff? Because I haven't heard of those. That sounds pretty interesting. So yep, hurricane windows. Nice. Send me some hurricane windows. Go for it. Mrs. Fixer says thank you, Richard. So yeah, so I'm gonna end up. I think it's 1 inch that I have to rip pieces down and double up this entire ceiling because I want to match the sheetrock here. I want to be able to have this be completely flat. Originally, I was just going to do like a piece of trim or something, but then I thought, oh, it would look really nice if we did crown molding all the way around here. And in order to do that, these ceilings would have to match up. Plus, it's just a cleaner look, having the ceilings nice and flat, nice and flush and even. So it didn't even look like any work was done here. So that's another thing. I got to rip down a lot of stuff. So I got my new table saw blade because I'm gonna do the floor, set my table saw up, and I'm gonna start ripping stuff down. Oh, I do crown molding, Florida. Yeah, I would love to make a video on it because crown molding is one of those things that's like difficult until it's not. Like there's a simple method to do like the inside copes and stuff like that. And yeah, it's like I said, it is hard until it's not. You just gotta do it a certain way. So I should make a video on that. If I do crown molding in here, I will do a video on that. There you go. That's my word. Hey, Sheila. Welcome. Guys are getting $11 a linear foot. That's a lot. Wow. That's a lot. All right. So maybe I'll teach everyone how to do it themselves and save a bunch of money. Because I mean, what would this would probably cost me $500, $600, $700. I don't know. I can't do the math right now, but crown molding I think would be good. Most things are hard until they're not. That's true, Emily. Yeah, you got a point. Okay, Christine wants a video on crown molding. All right, well, if I follow through with bumping this down, which I'm gonna do, I will do a video on crown molding. That's one of these things where you gotta let me know these things. You gotta let me know what you want to see. And my plan is to teach you guys to do this yourself so you can save money, because it does get pricey, you know. Unless you're one of those types of people but that wants to just have somebody else do it, and I totally get that. You're late, but you heard crown molding. Beautiful put up there. All right, Dana. I got you. Need to replace some in your house. Okay. So, cool. Let's do that. Guys, don't forget to thumbs up. Thank you, Sheila. Yes. Totally thumbs up this thing. So this is my 6th live event, which means I've been doing this for 6 weeks. And tell you the honest truth, let's see. Hey, Mr. Fixer, how about having Mr. Fixer come down to Florida and do it for me? We can have drinks by the pool. That does sound nice. That does. I'm a little busy though. Florida. I would love to. I need a vacation after this thing. But this is my 6th event, which means that I've been working on this technically for 6 weeks. And hey, June, how's it going? I'm happy with where I am as far as the progress here. Could it be better? Yeah, it could definitely be better, but I'm happy with it. Clanking drinks. Let's, yeah. I would like to see a video about replacing stairs and putting on a front porch, or maybe fixing a deck. Ooh, that's interesting. JTH312. Maybe we can make that happen. How's the stress of living in it with family? You know, it's just me and the fiance and the dog, and we got our little tiny living room here. And so far, it's not too bad. I mean, it is what it is, you know. It's you get through it. So, all right, JTH, we'll talk about your, I mean, wanting to see a video on a deck. Not, I didn't mean your deck, you know, not that it would be your deck. But anyways, so yeah. What else we got? So this, I got to pull up the rest of this floor. Ooh, a live video from the Fixer's bachelor party. That's an interesting idea. I'd have to fix something, I guess. Or I could just fix myself a drink and have a good time, right? That would be interesting. So I got to take this floor up. And yeah, Mrs. Fixer would, yeah. Make sure Mr. Fixer isn't doing anything wrong. Take this floor up and do 3/4 here. Emily would watch it. June would watch it. Oh, she's laughing. And I think I said before, I'm going to make this into a pantry. I'm going to put, you know, match up to the sheetrock with framing, then frame this in, make this a small closet, and then extend the pantry over this way. So this will be an empty space until I get to doing this room. And I'm going to end up pulling this floor up and doing like tile or something. Half bath, Florida Paradise says every time. And this floor, see, since I dropped this floor and made this somewhat level or acceptable. Okay, let's talk about this for a second. There's a difference between level and straight, and by eye and by way of actual level. And what I did here was make this straight by eye because there's really no other way to do it. And when I did that, this floor, you might already be able to see that the refrigerator is like held up by a piece of 3/4 because this was an addition right here, and this floor goes whoop. So, yeah. Once I dropped that, that thing dropped further. It was already out of level. So I'm gonna try and fix that when I rip up that floor. Fix it a little bit. You know, I'll start regular right here, and then I'll kind of pad it up where maybe I can get the fridge level, and it'll be, you know, by eye nice. It's not gonna be perfect. Nothing in here is gonna be perfect. Maybe except the crown. We'll make that perfect. Looks like your fridge in your last house. Yeah. So it's tough to when you're dealing with old houses like this to make everything perfect. But uh, um, it is a lot to do construction after work. I will agree with that for sure. Beautiful wood floors sell houses too, not just bathrooms, right, Christine? But I will be redoing the bathroom at some point. That's going to be pretty much cosmetic, I think. Um, but another thing I got to do is replace all these windows. Nope, that's fine. You think the kitchen floor is an ugly color? Are you talking about this or are you talking about this? Because that's what it was. And then this was like $100 cover up that we did the first thing we moved in. Because I think that is uglier than that, and that's what this entire thing was. So I'm much happier with that. um, but yeah, like I said, that was like the first thing we did when we moved in here. Like, can't live with that. Sorry. So replace all the windows. That one's already replaced because my dog put his paw through it, and he's fine. He's fine. Um, you like the flooring before? Okay, whatever. Hey, it's up to you. You like the vintage green? Okay. It's coming back, I guess, you know. Ask Mrs. Fixer if she wants to keep it. Maybe we'll just dig it out of the junk pile and put it back. Um, new window, new window, new door, new door. And it's cool because it's like now I'm at the point where I can stop ripping stuff apart. All the electrical's gone. I can kind of start putting stuff back together. And that's exciting to me because that's what I want. I want to be done. But this is great. I mean, the more weeks I do this, the more live videos I can do and the more footage I can get for the time lapse. I also have to, because I'm bumping out these walls, I'm going to have to move the heat out just a little bit. And I'm going to do, no green floors, Emily says. I'm going to do they have this mathematical equation to tell me how much heat I need in here. So I'll do that because it goes from there all the way around to here. So maybe I can get rid of some of it. Maybe not though, because the bathroom or the kitchen isn't heated. But I might be able to put a toe kick heater in the future, or it'd be nice if I could just have like this wall with high output heat, and that's it. I don't like baseboard heaters, but that's what it is, forced hot water. So I'll run the numbers on that and see if I can just do that wall. So custom Saturn, what floor am I putting down? What are we gonna do when the live vids are over? May go back to the dream. Trust me, Florida Paradise, I have plans. The live videos aren't necessarily gonna end. It'll just be something else. So maybe I'll get back to doing like live home repairs or something like that, or you know, live updates of what kind of videos I'm doing and house projects and stuff like that. Um, how much code are you doing? I'll get right back to that. We're doing hardwood floors for Saturn. Uh, so they're going to be like this wide, which is like, I don't know, 4 inches or something. They're a little thicker than the ones that we had here, and we're going to go this way with them, the same way that these run. And yeah, the goal for the timeline on the project is done April 1st. Let's hope it's not an April Fool's joke. So done, moved in, sitting on the couch, watching TV on my TV wall, April 1st. Let's see if it happens. I don't know. And the other question that I saw real quick was how much are we doing to code? And the answer is everything. We're doing everything to code. So I pulled a permit, and um, so everything's got to be to code. The only like, there's nothing too crazy. Like if I was doing it myself, I probably wouldn't cut a hole in the foundation or in the basement and do the footing. I don't think it's necessary. I also probably wouldn't bump out these walls, but that's just me. I mean, because what's here now, whatever I put in here to replace it with is gonna be better. So, and this has been this way forever. And just putting new windows in and getting rid of these and insulating that would be good enough for me. But, you know, it is what it is. So I have the permit. This is just too big of a job to not pull a permit. So everything's going to be up to code. Will I be doing a video on the floor when I start it? I'm thinking, yes, they can cause hell, but they're pretty cool around here. So it shouldn't be too bad. So as far as doing like filming a how-to on the floor, this just it takes a lot of time to do how-to videos. So this is just going to be time lapse. Like everything that I do here basically is going to do time lapse. Maybe not the crown molding because I think I can squeeze that video in, but a hardwood floor might take a long time, and I have a projected end date of this. But that doesn't mean that I don't have friends that need hardwood floor and that I won't. Hey, Mike P, you caught me. And that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have a video in the future. I'm going to be doing this for a long time, even if I finish this house and just relax on the couch in my house. Because like I said, I have friends that need stuff, and I have, trust me, the videos will keep coming. And at some point, I will be doing a how to install hardwood floor. And it's pretty simple. It's not too bad. And other flooring options are like a laminate floor, which I did make a video for. You can check that out. That might give you an idea of it's kind of the same thing, except you actually nail the hardwood floor in to the floor, where a laminate floor is also called a floating floor. So simple if you have the right tools. Yeah, you can rent a gun, you know, a staple gun. That helps a lot, and it's not that expensive. Enjoyed watching the laminate floor job. Nice, awesome. I love it. So you're a DIYer, just like me. Just like a lot of guys here, a lot of guys and gals here with the Fixer Live feed. What else can we talk about? I'm running out of things, guys. Ask me more questions. I have no finds. I have no finds this week. In my previous episodes, I had stuff that I found in the walls and in the ceiling, but I don't got that now because I'm done ripping stuff apart. Now I'm going to put it back together. You have the same compressor. Does mine get really hot? I don't know. That's a good question. I'll check it out when it's running, but it hasn't tripped a breaker or anything. I don't know if you mean like the sides, like here. There is always heat right here. Home Depot or Lowe's? Come on, JTH312. You know the answer to that. Home Depot. Although I think I'm gonna get the flooring from Lowe's because I didn't see many types of flooring that I liked at Home Depot. But come on, Home Depot. You can get anything you want at Home Depot. you know? 5 minutes of running and yours is hot. Oh, I'll have to check it out. I'll let it run next time I'm using it, and I'll feel it. But I love this thing. I actually just bought this. So I had a little tiny DeWalt before that, and it was getting annoying, and I knew I had to buy one for this project, so I got that one. And I've used these in the past. This is what we had when we worked when I worked construction, and they're awesome for this kind of stuff. They work good. Definitely suggest Porter Cable. Video is not sponsored by Porter Cable, but I suggest it. You love mine except for the getting hot part. Yeah. So, what else? Isn't it interesting? So if you watch the termite damage video, you'll know I talked about this being something. So there must have either been, yeah, new tools all the time. Do I do all the work by myself, including plumbing and electrical? No, I don't do plumbing or electrical. I rip wires out, but I don't put them back together on camera. I don't suggest anybody does their own plumbing or electrical, because that is a skill that you need to know what you're doing, and you don't want to mess it up. So, at your own risk. Plumbing can be simple, yes. I don't deal with poop though. Sorry, but so this used to be something. So my guess is it used to be a staircase. That's right, Florida Paradise. And I don't know if this door was always here, but from the looks of it, this was a staircase. And you would never know that until you like investigated like this. You pull the whole floor up. Oh, here's an interesting thing. For anybody that gets mad at me for ripping the hardwood up, because I know, like, I like to save as much as I can and reuse stuff. And I refinished the floors in the bedroom, in both bedrooms actually. But you can see how thin this is, right? So that's not 3/4. This end is 3/4. And I don't know if you can tell the difference, but that end is a lot thicker than this one. So my point is that this was already sanded down to, you see that? You see the nail? It's even. Basically, they even sanded into the nail a little bit. So what that means is on the part that wasn't sanded down that much, that means I would have to sand down at least this much, right, on the stuff that wasn't sanded, and then I have to sand more off of this and the same off of the other. So yeah, the board is a hot mess. So it would have been way too much sanding, and I would have been getting into the tongues and grooves of this stuff, and then you would have started, it would have been a nightmare. It would have looked like absolute trash. So I saved that so I could show you that there's definitely a reason that I pulled all this floor up. Would have loved to save it. Wouldn't have loved to finish it, because that is terrible. It's a tough job. And I give a shout out to anybody out there that's a professional floor refinisher, because that is a very difficult job. I've done 3 floors and they all were not easy. But you can do it yourself. I promise you. You just got to work your butt off. So, yeah. So that's pretty much what's going on. I got my priority mailbox holding, or blocking this up so the dog doesn't get into crap. Give you $100 for the old flooring delivered, of course. Oh, of course. Well, you know what? It's in a pile of trash in my backyard if you want to come grab it. That's another thing, Florida Paradise. I can't save stuff. I don't have room. I'd love to like make a pile of hardwood in my basement or something, but I just don't have the room. You pass. Okay. So yeah, I put this up over here in case anybody wonders, sees that. Put that up for the dog so he doesn't get in here and chew up stuff. Not that I think he would, but he might swallow a nail or something, and we don't want that happening. So there's my non-live wire, I promise. I tricked you guys last time. It's not live. It goes to the outside light. Your husband and you make a burn pile for stuff like that. Yeah, it's a good move. You haven't seen the dog. The dog is in bed with Mrs. Fixer. He's in for the night. So he'll appear on one of these episodes, I'm sure. But that's I think that's about it. I think I can pretty much wrap this up unless anybody has any more questions. I do love doing this stuff, but I'm running out of things to talk about. So I could go all night if I had stuff to talk about. But that's not bad. 45 minutes. That's a good amount of time to let everybody join in. I know I don't schedule these things as far as like put up a like a watch page or whatever. But I'm doing it through my phone and it's kind of difficult to do that. So I'll probably do that in the future, but this is kind of a test of the live stuff. Solid live stream, Richard says. I really appreciate that, Richard. Are the houses over there not built with blocks? So like bricks and stuff like that. Yes, there are houses. There's a mix, but for the most part, it's all wood. Do amazing work. Thank you, Future House Radio. Appreciate that. You can let the dog out if you want. It's up to Florida Paradise if we want the dog. Sorry, I just missed a question. What was the question? Refresh my memory. It wasn't the one with bricks and blocks. I think it was right before that. I missed it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not quick enough. Let's see. Let's see if we get the question again. You replaced. Oh, the door frame. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's Mrs. Fixer. Am I replacing the door frame? Which door frame? I'm replacing the doors, so the frames will be replaced at the same time. No, Christine asked. Okay. So, yeah, so the doors are, they're how do you call them? Pre-hung doors. So the door frames actually come with the doors, and you take out the old frame and put the new door frame in. So you caught me off guard with that question. Yeah, the front door. Yep. Front door and the rear door or back door is going to be replaced. So this comes as one unit. Door frame and the front door, all one unit. Take that out. They usually build them like exactly the same size, and you just put it in from the outside, and you got a new door. Like I said, I'll fix the rot there and the termite damage over there while I'm doing that. Might even do that this weekend. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen next live event? It'll be week 7. So I got to bring some impressive stuff to you guys, because now it's, like I said, not tearing stuff apart. Now you're going to see new things. You're going to see new things installed. We're going to build this back up. This is the turning point. This is like almost the halfway point. We'll call it the halfway point to make myself feel better. And I don't even know where that puts me as far as if it's the halfway point. Let's see. It's middle of February. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that puts me almost at April 1st, maybe a little over, but we'll consider it the halfway point, and maybe I can speed up the process towards the end. But that'll require some late nights, and I don't mind doing it to meet a deadline, for myself and for you guys. And then I don't know when I'm going to edit the time-lapse. That's going to have to be, it's going to be a big one. And I want to make it nice, and I want to do, in this one, I get a lot of questions of like exactly what I'm doing in the time-lapse. So actually, it's a good question to ask all of you. What, Mrs. Fixer? It'll be done by April 1st, Mrs. Fixer. Uh, this is a good question for all of you out there. I was thinking of along the bottom of the screen while I do the video, it'll kind of explain what's happening in the video, because I get so many questions of like, what are you doing here? What are you doing there? The boss speaks up, Mike B says. So if you guys would enjoy that, like, I'll say, oh, here I'm taking out ceiling joists. They were 24-inch on center. I'm making them 12-inch on center. Also needed to attach them to the roof rafters. And here I'm leveling the floor. The floor was jacked up too high before. There was big bows in it. That kind of stuff, instead of just a straight up time lapse. Is it going to be distracting, or will it be cool and helpful, you think? For the masses, for you guys and gals, and for the masses, what do you think? No thoughts? That's fine. Definitely helpful for people. Okay. We got one vote for yes from Custom Saturn. And I'm probably going to end up doing a poll on that. Add them. It's easy to do. It'd be helpful for a novice. I already know I do know that, Mike. Yeah, so I'll probably do a poll on my community tab to see how many people want to do it. But everybody's saying yes. June says yes. So now I shot myself in the foot. Now I got to do it. Emily would appreciate it. All right, well, that's the plan then. So what I had in my head is what you guys wanted. So I want to do the things that I want to do, but I also want to do things that you would want to see. So, and don't forget, this Saturday, video will be coming out. I can't tell you what it is. It's a super secret. Shh, you'll have to watch it Saturday. So that's always my plan is, Christine says yes, is Wednesday, every Wednesday night around 9 o'clock Eastern time. I'll do this live event. You're welcome, Emily. And Saturdays I'll do a video, like a produced video, edited, all that stuff. A how-to or whatever's going on in the fixer's house or the fixer's friend's house or something else. At some point I got to do that fire extinguisher video. I think I'm going to do that this summer, where I have the fire pit outside and we're going to test a almost 30-year-old fire extinguisher. My guess is it's not going to work and it's just going to go, but it'll be a fun video. So I think that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up and make sure you like the video, because liking helps me out so much. Not just this video, but every video you see. If you do like it, like it. If you don't like it, leave it alone. It's fine. Thank you, Dana. And you can check out the links in my description. Holding the camera, we are looking up your nose. Oh, no! Yeah, but I don't like this angle. Or this angle. Why don't you like looking up my nose? Something wrong with my nose? All right. Well, my arm gets tired. Like, I start up here, and then I'm like, holding the phone. I got to get, like, one of those chest mounts. And then I can just walk around, and it'll look like, first person or second person. I don't know how that works. Anyways, I'll try not to shoot the camera up my nose. So, anyways, check out the links in the description. Check out my video on Saturday, and I'll see you next Wednesday. You have some loose wires up there. Where? Oh yeah, that's my doorbell wire. That's all right. I will work on that. That's low voltage. If you've seen my Ring video, the doorbell, lots of people commented saying, "What are you doing? You're gonna electrocute yourself." But that's low voltage, and you can touch it and not have a problem. So don't worry about that. That's the one electrical thing I'm not afraid to do. So I got to either reroute these wires or new wires or something like that. I'm not too scared with that. But that's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday. Check out my video this Saturday. And it's unbelievable. I can't believe, like, how awesome this is, the fixer community. This is fantastic, and I really appreciate it. And I'm glad that you have joined me on this journey of my living room remodel, and many more things to come after this. So stay tuned, keep it real. We'll see you next time. Up my nose. See ya.